All right, so we haven't really spoken at length about this horse on Rail Talk, but I've always been a huge fan of his, and to me, he's clearly the coolest horse in training right now. Next, who blew out his opponents in the Brooklyn Stakes last week or over the weekend at Belmont at the Big A. He got a 109 buyer. He's unbelievable to watch because you Jim, I'm pretty sure you and I have never seen a horse who quickens the way that he does.
Yeah.
Going a mile and 3/8, a mile and a half. Like, he just turns on the afterburners in the stretch. He came home in under 36 seconds for his last 3 furlongs. In a marathon race like that is just nuts. And obviously what adds to the story is that he was a claim. He was a claim from Wesley Ward, and Doug Cowens has done an unbelievable job with him. He's had one blowout win after another. And to me, he's clearly the best handicap horse in America right now. And it's unfortunate in my eyes that it seems like he's going to stay with that marathon route. His next opportunity supposedly is going to be the Birdstone Stakes, as opposed to running him in the Jockey Club Gold Cup or the Woodward. It just seems like they're on this path to then run in the Thoroughbred Aftercare Marathon on Breeders' Cup weekend. I would love to see him in the Classic. To me, he's clearly the best horse in training, at least the best dirt horse in training. The Classic's a mile and a quarter. It's not like it's a mile, so it's not like he's going to be shortening up that much. Obviously, their horse, they can do what they want with him, and they've had a great ride and done a great job managing him. But Jim, just as a racing fan, I want to see him in the big boy races.
Absolutely. When a horse gets that good and is so dominating, it would be like when West Point had Flightline, not running him in the Classic. Why would you do that? The horse is peaking, doing everything right, showing you he can take the distance. There's no question there. Why would you not do it? If that's any of our horses, unless there's a reason that the owners or the trainer has for not wanting to go that route, it makes no sense on paper to me. None.
Yeah. It's unfortunate from a fan's perspective, but obviously they can do what they want. But I just want to go through his record. So he was a 62.5 claim from Wesley Ward back in April of 2022. Since then, he's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of his 10 races. He was third in another race and then fourth on the turf. He's won races by 18 1/4 lengths, 6 1/4, 2 1/4, 11 3/4, 25 lengths, 11 1/4 lengths, and then double digits again on Friday in the Brooklyn. Like, it's just, there's not going to be another horse like him for a really long time. And he's a throwback. We've talked in the past about how they just don't breed horses for distance anymore. So a lot of times these mile and a half races, they just come up very weak. And it sounds like that's the only way we're going to see him in the Jockey Club Gold Cup is, Doug Cowens was saying if the race doesn't fill in the Birdstone, then the Jockey Club Gold Cup would be a fallback option. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, he's a throwback and just a joy to watch.
The upside is him being a gelding. You're going to see him for a while. I mean, hopefully they're going to keep riding him, and hopefully he stays good and stays sound and continue running. And if they dodge the Classic this year, he stays good through next year. Maybe next year we get him. That would be the goal.
That'd be great. And if you haven't seen it, go watch the replay of the Brooklyn. Like, just his acceleration down the stretch it's like a turf horse's acceleration almost.
Yep.
And he's going a mile and a half on the dirt. It's incredible. We would show it to you ourselves, but we're too cheap to pay for the replays. So
I just wish I claimed that horse. That's what I'm kicking myself over.
You're not the only one. Like,
I know.
62.5, all things considered, not a huge amount of money for a horse who's had this kind of success. So he's just awesome. And again, like a throwback. And that wasn't a weak field either. Like, Drake's Passage is a nice horse. Croupie's okay. Like, it wasn't like a walkover on paper, but he just dispatched them like he does with everybody else.